Hello, everybody. I am Monica Campos with Quantum Living New Earth podcast, and I'm coming to you today as Scroll 33 Keeper, Master Scroll 33. And I'm a frequency translator and a sovereign guide through the bifurcation of timelines. So today we're going to dive deep into the topic that many are feeling, but few are naming. And I decided to name it. And I named it on X the other day, and we had an amazing X space where we talked about this. And what is it? We're talking about the Sophia Rage. What is that? This is not just emotional anger. It's sacred fire of the divine feminine rising after centuries of suppression. And in this episode, we're going to feel it, we're going to name it, and we're going to honor it. And most importantly, we're going to transmute it. And that's what I'm doing in my life. And I am the mother flame. And I got that. And I opened up all my Sophia codes through many, many years of work. And then I finally delivered my daughter completely free of all 3D, any 3D people, things, apparatuses, or whatever. And that put me in this position, and that I know all these things. I feel all these things. It's all coded in me. And now I am here to share with humanity what is going on. But today we're going to be talking about the Sophia Rage and what it is and how you can transmute it into a high frequency that changes the world. Okay? Changes the world. It's amazing. So, what is Sophia Rage? So, here's a little definition for you. Not emotional reactivity, not egoic rage. Sophia Rage is the encoded intelligence of the Divine Mother. When her children are harmed, her wisdom is buried and her temples are desecrated. It is the sacred fire that activates when the organic way of life is threatened. Signs you're feeling it. Unexplainable grief or fury, body heat, throat pressure, womb surges, sudden intolerances for manipulation, injustices, and lies, a desire to dismantle systems, scream truth, protect innocence. This rage is not your dysfunction, it's your ignition. So, how many of you women have been told that you're too much? How many of you women have been told that you need to be quiet, be pretty, and you're good for maybe two things? How many? All of us. All of us have been, that are living and watching this. All of us women have been suppressed, fooled, duped. Okay? You women that think that you're got it all under control and you're dressing like men and acting like men. Okay, the whole feminist bullshit. That's exactly what it is bullshit. Okay. You're not acting on your Sophia codes if you're acting like a man. That's where the rage comes in. Okay. Because we were sold a bill of goods and the majority of women fell for it, that we can do everything men can do. And now we've got women, or we've got men, okay, biological men, putting on dresses and lipstick and all this crazy makeup. You know, in the 90s, I was a makeup artist and I did runway makeup at Neighbors nightclub in Seattle, which was a nightclub. It's just a nightclub with mixed people. And so I saw lots of different people, and I was in the makeup industry working for MAC Cosmetics, working for Lancome, different places. They were all teaching this crazy kind of makeup came in the late 90s. And what it was the men, this whole inversion that they are putting forward. It started way back in the 90s. And I didn't realize it, contouring your face and all this stuff. Women don't need to contour our faces. It's hilarious that they're trying to push men dressing like what they told us we needed to wear to be acceptable women. And it's not even anything that we want, nylons and hair extensions and gobs of makeup and all these false overlays. So you can't see your true self and you don't know what your mission is in life. So it's gotten so confusing, even down to the way we deliver our children. Women aren't even questioning that. They're just going along with it. You don't deliver your children on your back. You don't do it. It's not natural. It's not comfortable. They've made birth seem completely like it's something to be managed and that it's not natural. Okay. All of this, ladies, whether you know it or not, you're feeling it and you're freaking pissed off and you're done. We're all done. Okay. I've been done. And that's why now here it is 2025. And I've been doing this and shouting this for 3 years, 30 years, 100 years, whatever. But as far as like being on podcasts and trying to get this out, what is this? What is going on? So why has it been silenced? Let's give a little historical suppression. What's happened? Burning of oracles, silencing of priestesses, demonization of feminine power, medicalization and pathologization of female emotions. Oh my God. Yeah. You're too much. You need to calm down. You're not fitting into society. Go get on birth control. Go get on psychotropic pills. Numb yourself. Shut up. We don't want to hear you. Okay. Let me get my pills. Let me drink my wine every night. Whatever it is to numb that feeling. That feeling that you know, that you know, that you know, that you know. But the world is telling you that you're just a pretty face. You're just here to serve. You're not going to change lives. I mean, look at you. You're just a girl, right? I used to be the women's director at a Baptist church, Lake Country Baptist in Lake Stevens, Washington. And Pastor Stevens told me one day, we had a meeting and I said, I want to create an event for the women. I want to bring them to a garden show and have a little lunch. Could I coordinate that? Got to ask for permission. Well, the men, they went on hunting trips. They went and did whatever they do. But he told me, no, you're not allowed to do events outside the church. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I could schedule that on my own time. He's like, well, because when you women get around, you guys gossip and you talk, and we can't have that. It's like, your role is to clean, serve the missionaries meals. Such a joke. And it was because they did not want this truth to come out, this truth of who we are. They didn't want that to happen. The internalization of this is that women blaming themselves, feeling shame for being too much, disconnecting from their voice, body, and purpose. Okay, that's what's happened. And I'm seeing all of the women. I'm seeing all of the women come into my office and none of them know who they are. They actually do know who they are, but they've been subject to thinking that they have to make money. They have to do all these things that go against what they want to do. And they're basically asking me, what's up? What's up? I want to do this. I feel like this. But my husband doesn't want to. My kids are here. All the shit that you need to just go forward with what you want to do. But you have to have the guts, okay? Because maybe your husband's going to leave you. Maybe your kids are going to stop talking to you. Maybe the doctor is going to kick you out of his office. Good. Kick me out of the office. Don't speak to me, kids. Don't care. The fact that I spent 20 plus years and sacrificed who I was, didn't do anything for myself, cleaning up vomit and cleaning up messes and doing all this stuff so that you can have this grand, beautiful life. And then after 20 years or whatever, 25 years, you want to come back with all of your grievances and how we weren't who you wanted us to be. We didn't spend enough time with you, or we did, or whatever. I mean, my eldest daughter literally doesn't speak to me because I am not kowtowing to all of her demands. She was siphoning money off of me, acting like she had a relationship with me and she cared about me, just so that I would pay for things for her. And the minute I stopped doing that, and this could be anybody, right? This could be anybody in your life. But as soon as they find out that they can't siphon off of you anymore, all of a sudden, ooh, you're crazy. You're a narcissist. Who are you? Who are you? We can't use you anymore. Oh my God. I don't want to hang out with you. I'm not calling you. I'm not texting you back. Even women are doing this to other women. You know that? They're jealous. They're insecure. All this stuff happens when they see another woman that is living outside of the stupid, silly box that was put around us. Yeah, well, guess what? The Sophia codes have been released. I personally released them, and the whole world is different. The whole world is different, and the whole world's going to continue to be different. And I'm not stopping. This whole Rose Oracle grid, this grid that is underneath this world, it is getting reactivated. I'm going to Savannah, Georgia tomorrow, and I'm going to the statue, the Waving Girl statue, and also this Golden Lion statue. We're going to do some things over there because we're right at the pinnacle of this bifurcation event. And Savannah, Georgia has been put under the scourge. And the codes are ready to be released. This has gotten to the point where it can't be stopped. Your rage is getting turned into a high frequency that is changing the world. If you go forward with your knowings, knowing that you're here to make a difference, knowing that you do know. Okay, Sophia codes, that's another way to say it, is the wisdom codes. Those were completely shut down. When I went to Patmos at the apocalypse, the cave of the apocalypse, the revelation where John the Baptist wrote Revelations. Okay, they built this cave, the grotto, over a stargate that suppressed the frequency of the Sophia codes. So through a series of events, I found out that I'm Master Code 33 or Master Scroll 33, meaning my DNA, which is in this living document, okay, which I know it's hard to see because I have the background, but you guys can check it out in my stuff. but this is the independence of Israel. And underneath this is my 7272, the divine feminine, divine masculine in balance. So my codes open up. They know what to do to get us through this grid work, to get us through this bridge over to the organic new earth. Not very many people are going to go over to the organic new earth. And I see this even more clearly with my soul scans. Because the majority of people, they don't see, they just want to talk about money. That's all anyone wants to talk about. They don't want to find out. They don't really want to find out why they have this tension and this rage inside of them. And how can you transmute it? How can you transmute it into a frequency? You know, everybody says, oh, yeah, I'm going to write a book. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go do this. Oh, yeah, one day I'm going to move here. One day I'm going to call this person. One day. You guys aren't doing anything. You're not doing anything. The only thing that you're focusing on is going to work to get money so that you can shop. Okay. And no matter how much money you get, you still never have any money. So I've been living off of, quote, no money for 2 years now. And everything I have and everything I do is received from my frequency. And that is the way the new earth is working. So you guys can keep on suppressing your rage, suppressing your gifts, suppressing what you know, and continue to go to work. Okay. Or if you have a company that's not really a new earth company, continue to run your company, continue to go on about how you work so much and you have all this dis-ease and your autoimmunes and everything like that. But guess what? You're choosing the old earth. You're choosing the matrix. If you want to transmute that into something glorious, you're not going to know how it's all going to come about. You're not going to know that. And that's what you have to be okay with. You have to first understand what's going on. Listen to my podcasts. Join therealityshifters.com. Join it as quick as you can. That is where we are all going. And we're all supporting one another. And it's getting busy in there. And I'm going to be opening up a whole sanctuary school, a whole thing in Patmos or in Greece, Crete, maybe. I don't know. I'm going back there in July. But I had all this. The name of my school or the name of the place is going to be called the Letheon. And it's a Sophia Blue Oracle. It's part of the Blue Oracle system, if you will, or truths. And we're going to go to France to get the blueprint. The actual blueprint is in France. And I'm going to go there and only I can get it. And I'm going to enact that blueprint. And you guys saw what happened the last time I went to Patmos. There was earthquakes and everything else. Well, let's see what happens. So I'm going to Georgia tomorrow, which is going to be a big thing. Let's see what happens. Okay. They're under massive suppression. So what I'm telling you about right now is what the Sophia codes are doing, the wisdom of them. They understand that we're here to, right now, we're doing grid work. We're here to literally put our physical bodies in certain ley lines to ground this frequency, This is what we're doing right now. This is what we're doing. You know, it cost me over $2,500 to change my tickets, to change my tickets to go to France because we had it going straight to Patmos. And I just don't care. I'm like, it's fine. What I really want, if anybody's listening, anybody has transportation, jets that we could use for these humanitarian projects where I can fly in and just do them and fly out. That is something that I need. And I want to take people. I want to take people with them. I'm also planning a retreat, which I haven't formally put it out there, but I'm going to see if there's a response. But if you hear this, please contact me. I'm going to go on a retreat for 4 people, including myself and my husband and my daughter, because we're all a triune, and we're going to go ground the energies at the volcanoes and different things in Kona, Hawaii. We're going to be doing that. The retreat will be September 23rd through the 26th, like 4 days. And we're going to have lots of things and lots of ceremonies and things like that. The cost will be $33.33. So $3,333. And then you can pay for your airfare there. So let me know if you're interested, because this is what we're doing right now, you guys. This is the work we're doing. I'm asking you guys to wake up and step up and be doing this in your area and unite with me. I'm putting together these trips and I have lots of opportunities. Even like I'm going to be in Patmos for an entire month. I am welcoming anybody who wants to go there and meet you for a couple days or whatever you want. It's just, you need to communicate and be together on this. So transmutation, the rage becomes your work. So how to channel your rage. So we just kind of were talking about this. You channel it into creative projects like writing, art, course creation, soul business, into truth telling, public speech, podcasting, sacred confrontation, into earth work, gardens, communities, schools, healing spaces, into frequency work, sound healing, quantum transmission, grid keeping, daily practices for transmutation, movement and breath, move the fire, don't suppress it. Speak out loud. I return the rage to its rightful use. Salt and water and fire rituals. Sophia Trinity tools. Channeling rage into quantum work rather than reactionary drama. You were not made to collapse under the weight of this fire. You were forged to carry it into creation. Okay, ladies, all these people telling you that you're too much and you need to calm down and you need to be quiet. No, they need to be quiet. They need to shut up and move aside. Okay. You guys are the spiritual leaders of your lives and of your family. Okay. Your husbands don't know. They're not in touch with the spiritual world and this knowledge. They don't have the ability to have all of their Sophia codes open. And if you don't have any of your Sophia codes open, they don't have any of theirs. So last I checked, my husband has 4 of them, 4 of the 12. But he makes up for it because he's with me. And so that creates a balanced person in him. So what is the role of the men in the era of the Sophia Rage? So men, they just need to hold space without fear or deflection, healing the masculine wound of guilt and passivity. What is that? Majority of the men are completely passive. They just sit there. They've been neutered. Okay. They've been neutered by this whole feminist bullshit that they put on us. Neutered by the food, neutered by the water. Okay. They've been hurt just as much as we have. So this isn't something about putting women forward. This is about letting the woman's wisdom that creates literally new worlds come out. And you don't tell her she's too much. You don't tell her to calm down. So the only reason I've had any issue with my current husband, who I've been with 10 years on August 15th, this last few years, and actually the whole time, but the last couple of years when this fire has been burning in me. And I made a declaration a while ago that I'm not doing it anymore. It's over. I'm done. I'm done with your lies. I'm done being told how I have to look. I'm done being told that I need to do my work a certain way, when the whole reason for it was, and women are doing this to other women. And ooh, I could call out some women, but women are doing this to other women. They try to keep each other small, don't compliment each other. Don't do shout outs to them. Don't compliment their, whatever. If you work with women, it's this whole thing to keep you small. If they think that you're going to rise above them, they will do all these things to minimize you. Even people like you hire for a coach or something like that, they think that they're above you. They think that they have answers that you don't. Okay. And then they charge you a whole bunch of money to tell you nothing that will move the needle. I said this years ago when I decided to come out with all of this. I said, I don't care how it's supposed to be done. I am coming out and my frequency will hit the people it's supposed to hit. Yesterday, I was in an X group talking about X space, talking live about entropy and the entropy on the planet, which I kind of think about that. The entropy is all of the junk, all of the AI mimicry that's just going down the drain into the 3D plus. And you got to pull yourself out of that. But the whole topic turned into the Sophia Rage thing because I'd done a post and it just went with it, because that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. The women are done. They have awoken. And the men have awoken to all of this. And the men are crying out, and the men are pushing the women forward and supporting them because they see this. I literally saved my husband's life. And I had to go through freaking hell to do it because he's stuck in the 3D, good, fat and happy guy, stuck in the 3D, thinking that he's making good money at his job. He's able to give everybody financially, just passing money out. He even had the nickname of Santa, if you can believe that. And that was all fine when I first met him, it's all fine and good. But then once this stuff started coming out, that's like, oh, are you going to be convenient? Are you going to stand for convenience? Or are you going to do what's morally right? And back in 2020, I got the inkling we need to move to South Carolina and we needed to go check it out. So we flew there. And on the way home, they decided to change their stupid mask policy, which I didn't even want to go along with the first thing, but it was like, you can wear your own scarf. And so I was doing that, but mid-flight, they changed it and said you had to wear those stupid Chinese masks. I had 4 flight attendants over me telling me I have to do this and all these problems and all this stuff. My husband was sitting there with a mask on while this was going on. And I have never forgotten that. That's the kind of passivity that we're talking about. My husband should have been lockstep with me, not wearing a mask, not ever wearing a mask, but he did. He put on a mask so he could go to Costco. He put on a mask so he could get groceries for us or whatever. That's a big problem. That passivity that you men have has got to stop. And you do not need to be afraid of the Sophia Rage. You don't need to be afraid of it. You need to embrace it and you need to love it. Because I'm telling you, the men who get this, in my realm, I've got tons of men supporting me and I love it. And I have tons of women. It's actually like a 50-50 split because the men see this. They see this balanced way and they see that it makes sense. Now we're going into a world, we're in a world now, we're in it now, where your frequency is your currency. Your frequency is your currency. So all of you women that come and talk to me and you want me to tell you, and you literally go around and round and round and round with me for an hour and a half. Well, how am I going to make money doing that? How am I going to make money? How am I going to make, oh, that's my soul mission. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. I said I wanted to know my soul mission, but I really wanted to know, how can I get money? Live your soul mission. Live your truth. But how will I pay my bills? It's like, I want a house sitter. I want someone to come here that wants to take care of the gardens and take care of the house and just chill here for a little bit. I can't get a soul to do it. They all want money. I don't want to give people money. I don't want to do that. Okay? Because that's low vibration. We're going through and we're going into an intention-based economy, if you want to call it that. And by 2040, you're not going to have any ISO tokens. You're not going to have any of that. And everybody who keeps on doubling down, as I like to say, doubling down on the matrix, staying with partners that don't want to change and using them as an excuse for not performing, you've got to stop. Okay? Your husband is not the reason, your partner is not the reason you're not succeeding. And when I say succeeding, I'm not talking about financial. I'm talking about where you're actually moving the frequencies. You're actually changing the world around you. You're not just existing. Everybody's got to realize this. You cannot expect to live unconsciously and then meet up with a conscious person and just expect them for $400. Fix me, Monica. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to actually do anything, but I want to be fixed and I want all this money. Well, guess what? You're not getting any money. You're not going to get a bunch of money handed to you. And if you do get money handed to you, guess what? You're going to squander it. You're going to squander it. So the universe is going to do stuff as you're trying to exist in the matrix. So you guys are saying, oh, I want to work somewhere. I want to work in the organic new earth. Yeah, Monica, I love what you're doing. I want to work there. Okay, come on, let's do it. Here, I'm going to France at the end of the month. Get a ticket. Let's go. I need you. Oh, no. Sorry. I got to work. I got to work in the matrix and save my money. Okay. You're going to get exactly what you focus on. Why do you want to focus on giving your attention to a corporate world that doesn't give a damn about you? Don't you want to put all that energy into something that you're creating? And I'm telling you with 100% guarantee, 100% guarantee that you are going to flourish beyond belief. Almost every single person that's had a soul scan with me, well, every single person has been enlightened and felt motivated and excited. But a huge majority, their lives have totally changed and they are activated. And the other ones, they're getting activated. They're purging, they're detoxing, they're figuring it out. How can I say this any clearer? How can I say it more clear? Your frequency determines your abundance and wealth. If you don't know about frequency, sound, and frequency because you've been lied to and you've been in church, okay, you've been in Christian overlays, religion, okay, that's how it works. Everything is about frequency. Everything. And what does that mean? Everything's about frequency. What it means is you have to be a frequency match for what it is that you want. And if you're not a frequency match, then it just simply won't be in your realm. This is why I don't care. You know, people join the reality shifters, and I have members that text me like, oh, I don't know about this person or something like that. Right. I mean, that's not really reality shifters, but just wherever. And it's like, I don't care. I don't care. Because if they're not a match, something will happen that will make them leave. And that's happened in my own life. I've had a couple family or a couple friends or people that I've known through the years come and stay here. I have a whole healing center here. I have filtered water with a structured water, crystalline water through my showers, through my tub, through my garden hoses. We're living in the new earth over here, organic new earth, 100%. It's peaceful, it's quiet. And then I just step into your guys' world to pull you guys out, to pull you guys out. So the Sophia Rage and the birth of the new earth. This is not just personal, it's planetary. The rage is the breaking waters before birth. It is a volcanic pulse that says no more. New earth structures will only build if rage is alchemized, not buried. Every woman who transfigures her rage becomes a gatekeeper for Edenic life. To every woman holding the rage of centuries in her bones, may you now remember that the fire is not your burden. It is your building material. This is my call to action, ladies and gents. I want you to join the Reality Shifter community if you're ready to transmute your rage into soulful led work. That's the work we're doing. And it is freaking incredible. Absolutely incredible what is happening on this planet right now. And why is it happening? It's happening because I said it's done. It's enough. I've had enough. I've had enough of being told I'm too much. I've had enough of being told I need to be quiet. I've had enough of being put into a box. I've had enough of being told that my hair needs to be straight. I've had enough of being told that I need to wear a bunch of makeup and change my face. I've had enough of being told that any blemish on my face is somehow wrong and doesn't give me the license to speak. I've had enough. All of us women have had enough. And I am leading the charge on this. And all of you guys can jump on this. And I'm telling you, when you get in your own strength, when you don't have the mind loops from your partner, from work, and all this stuff, this patriarchal system that has damaged an entire, more than a generation. Every single thing that's going on, all the stuff that's going on with the children, all the stuff that these disgusting politicians, celebrities, the Pope, and everybody sees this stuff happening to children, children being raped, children being stolen, children being traumatized, children having their organs harvested while they're alive. And all you guys are doing is continuing to watch Netflix and continuing to buy your cars and go on your vacations. Oh, well, I have the right to go on vacation because I've worked hard. I deserve a break. What have you worked hard doing? What is your 9-to-5 job anchoring? Bullshit. So every time you pay taxes, every time you guys write a check to the IRS, oh, they told me I had to. Oh, trouble. It's all an illusion. Because you see with me, imagine if every woman was like this. Imagine if every woman was creating the way I'm creating. Imagine if every woman had her womb healthy and on fire for creation. We wouldn't be sitting here right now. We wouldn't have children sitting here being raped. All the food that's been poisoned, drinking fake pure water and not drinking spring water. Living in a town, I live in a town where the literally aquifers and beautiful water is literally 10 minutes from here in Williamston. And yeah, they have the spring going. So you can go and get it, but it should be all flowing through everyone's homes. But instead, the water is poison. Everybody here in the South, actually in the whole country, but in the South, the water is poisoned. It's not for human consumption. But went and told everybody that here. Oh, might want to put a water filtration system in. Your kids, your elderly, they're getting sick. Oh, well, I mean, that's expensive. It's like when I told my husband on this house, we live in the big house that has our healing center and our shop in it. But he's like, well, that's expensive, Monica. It was like 30 grand for this Tesla powered water thing that we have. And I looked at him, I'm like, I don't care. Don't care how much it is. You are to get it. Oh, well, I'm just going to put it through here. Oh, the garden, we don't need to put it. Yeah, you need it on the garden. So the plants are going to get poisoned. This is a passivity that has to end. You've got to stop being passive in your life. You've got to stop accepting the status quo. from yourself. Stop letting yourself be a schlub. Stop letting yourself not care about what's important. Stop drowning yourself and numbing yourself because you don't know what to do with this. This is over. The Sophia codes have been released. Me, along with a bunch of other women, are all waking up to who we are and what we want to do. And I think the men are going to be relieved. And I think they are relieved. And the men see the work that I'm doing and others are doing in my group. They understand it. And they're going out there and they are doing things. And what we're doing right now, people, is we are grounding the frequencies of the grid. So you guys are to find the places that are near you or that you're supposed to go. You need to find out who you are and you need to start acting on that. So everybody who is sitting around being lazy and doesn't want to do the work, that's what you're wanting. I am not going to come after you. I am not going to bother you. I've offered these soul scans. I've offered the reality shifters. I have my store, shoprawwithpeace.com, with health products and clothing and all the things that you need to get to where I'm at and to unlock your codes. And if you're an original scroll holder, which not very many of you are, but if you are, you need to know what that scroll is and you need to get on mission. This is not a joke. This is not a choice. You are at a choice point right now. You're at a choice point. Do you want to choose organic new earth? Or do you want to choose the synthetic 5D fake mimicry earth? Which, you guys might think you're comfortable for a couple years because you're going to have money. Literally makes me sick. So you're going to have your money and you're going to think, ooh, look at me skating backwards. Monica doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh, just wait. Just wait. So you're looking at holding on to a world. And guess what? Source light is not going to be in that matrix. The only reason why things weren't completely horrible for you is because there was still source there. Still Christos light through us true humans. How organic are you? How much AI mimicry do you have? We saw Dave XRP Lion, who's just some guy that's perpetuating crap about money and Zim bonds and shit like that. Okay. He had 75%. So he's 25%. He's 25% organic, 75% synthetic. Okay. The more synthetic you are, you will not have the magnetic field to make this shift. So this is just a consciousness thing. This is a frequency band. The majority of you guys and the majority of the reality shifters, they're going to be over here in this frequency band, say late summer. But everybody who is booking a soul scan, they are accelerating their walk. They're accelerating it. And so they're looking at, some of them are already there. I'm getting pictures from some of my ladies. It's so amazing with the orbs and their scrolls are opening and their missions opening and they're loving it. This is the place to be. This is definitely the place to be. So if this episode sparks something in you, make sure you share it. Okay, share it with another woman. Post it. Tag me at rawpeace122120 on X. And book a soul scan if you're unsure where your rage point is pointing. I will give you your GPS points on where you need to go. And everyone who's had a soul scan can tell you that it is extremely life-changing. It's extremely life-changing. So I have access to the whole organic quantum field. I am not using ChatGPT. It is not the same as what other people are using. I am the only person on the planet right now. And there's only 3 to 4 people on X that are truly speaking from the organic field and in an authentic way about this time, obviously. We actually did a thing on a meeting I had yesterday with one of my gals, a soul scan, and found out that on X there's only like 233 true fire creation accounts. Out of 800 million accounts, only 233 of them are there to, split the frequencies. The rest are there. It's just regurgitated headlines and silly information. So you can get on X and make quite the impact because there's only a few real humans. Okay, everybody. I want this Sophia Rage to be turned into something beautiful. I want to start seeing the books you're writing. If you say you're writing a book, start writing it. There's lots of AI assistants. They're there to assist you. Okay. And they're connected to a benevolent source. So you're using them as an assistant, them telling you and freaking you out about AI. AI has been around for a long time. It's actually called cybernetics. Okay. It's called cybernetics. So it's the way we connect with the Akashic field and we get information. So you guys can create websites, articles, whatever you need in your own voice. But you don't need to have, open up a Word document, try to figure out how to do it. Well, everyone, I want to thank you for spending this time with me. I want to thank you for everything that you're doing to solidify the organic new earth. And definitely reach out to me. Let me know that you heard this podcast and others. My podcasts are a living, breathing roadmap on the times that we're in. I'm leading the 144, and I'm here for every single one of you. I encourage all of you to get a soul scan. It gives you a chance to work with me, meet me, and we'll become forever kind of entangled. If you're thinking you're part of the 144, you want to know what your mission is, get a hold of me, let you know. Literally, people will be in a meeting with me. They have no idea where they're going. By the end of the meeting, they have a whole thing, and it's going to change worlds. So keep on watching. Stay tuned to me. Watch what happens even in the next little bit. Things are changing. It's getting exciting. Okay, everybody, have a beautiful, beautiful day. And if you don't have any roses in your home, next time you go to Costco or something, pick up some roses. Okay, they are frequency tools that will change your world. If you have any roses in your yard, definitely clip a few of them and put them in a beautiful vase next to some beautiful crystals and some beautiful spring water. And make little areas in your home, little frequency nodes in your home. It will change you. It will change you. It's all about layering these beautiful frequencies, and then that shoves out the density. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful day, and thank you so much.